Hi guys. Today we're going to explore a little bit of quantum. This power is based on temporal distortions, temporal anomalies. It was released quite a few years ago, but it had a few evolutionary hiccups because at one point it was basically unusable. But right now it's very good, so let's dive right in. So let's start with DPS. Let's start the rotation with Time Bomb because this destabilizes the target. Also, let's change that a little bit. Let's change it with Gravity Well, then Time Bomb, then Lift, then Albubier Wave, Gravitonic Field, and finally Oblivion. This can actually be very well replaced by Temporal Vortex as well. But Temporal Vortex has a limited range. This one you can launch it pretty much as soon as you become in range. You can launch this and it hits. So, although one is 5,000 supercharge, the other one is a 10,000 supercharge. This one does a lot more damage, and in my view is quite good. So let's start the rotation. Let's Gravimetric Field, Time Bomb, and this. As you can see, the numbers that I pull are basic numbers. I don't have any armor. I have just a basic weapon. No super armors, no nothing. Although I can use them, this is just to give you an idea of the loadout. Of course, this will be very dependent on what artifacts you can use. You can focus on might and go with Eye of Gemini, transformation card, and card of the strategist. This is my loadout presently. So I don't have any of them equipped because I want to give you the basic damage that this gives. Okay, this the top damage will be dependent on how many skill points you guys have, how much you evolved your artifacts. So it is dependent on what you are as a player at that point in time. This is just the rotation of DPS. So let's recap. It's Gravity Well, Time Bomb, Lift. Lift can actually be replaced very well by another power. Let's just say it can be replaced by in spiral waves, but I use Lift in case the Gravity Well fails to lift them off the floor and actually stunning them. This does the job. And of course, graviton charged enemies take extra damage, so you start off with Gravity Well because it makes them graviton charged. All the other powers that I've shown you, graviton charged enemies take extra damage. That's the main key. Of course, Oblivion, you don't really care if it is graviton charged or not. This is a supercharge. It's not dependent on other charges. So let's dive in to controller role. Since I'm on attack mode, I need to just go away a little bit and I'll be able to change. Okay, so for the first power of controller we have temporal extortion. This is of course to give power to the entire team. This is your power giving power. Let's go through anomaly, which destabilizes the enemies, but more importantly, on controller roll, reduces the target's ability to heal. Followed by Singularity. This actually reduces the enemy defenses. And finally, Warp Barrage. Warp Barrage reduces the target's damage output. Also, destabilized enemies take additional damage even on controller roll. Finally, Quantum Tunneling. Quantum Tunneling is very important. When you are in danger of being killed on a raid, this can actually save your life. Let me exemplify. Let's start with this. As you can see on the sparring target, there's the healing debuff, defense debuff, attack debuff, and quantum tunneling, which does this and reduces your threat, which means the mobs or boss that is attacking you will turn to the tank again. As a super charge, what I use is actually Event Horizon. Protects yourself and 7 other teammates from damage and restores power over time. Since I am again on attack mode, I cannot assign this power. You can actually use closed loop, but it only heals yourself and prevents damage to yourself for a short time. Unfortunately, this does not extend to your teammates, so it's a pretty useless power when you are in controller role and for later content and elite raids. So this is the rotation. I'll recap for you guys. Temporal Extortion to give power, Anomaly to reduce healing, Singularity to reduce defenses, Warp Barrage to reduce damage output, Quantum Tunneling to save your own life, and Event Horizon for team shielding and team power. So basically this is a very good power. As I said, it was launched a couple of years ago. For a short time it became unplayable because it had several bugs within certain powers, but luckily they fixed that. It's fully fixed and very usable. This is one of the top controllers in the game in my view. This is only topped by gadgets in my view. Gadgets is really straightforward. I will show you how to play that in a couple of weeks. So right now this is one of my favorite characters and one of my favorite powers. The entire animation range is very well done. I hope to see future powers or even powers that we already have having specifically on the PlayStation 5 launch a little bit of love from the developers to have better animations. So this week's power: Quantum, DPS loadout, and controller loadout. Please like my videos and of course subscribe to my channel. See you soon guys, and thank you for watching.